Welcome guys, so this will be my 13th one quick draft. We'll just get it started. Okay, we have a Mercurial Spelldancer. So this is a good card. It's 2/1 unblockable for 2 mana. With some other text on the card. Which you may very rarely you'll be able to use that. You can, if you can get 2 oil counters, you can copy your next instant or sorcery if you get through with combat damage. So it's a bit of a long shot ability, but still 2/1 unblockable is very good. So this I think this is good enough to build a deck around. So we want non-creature spells. We care about oil. We care about proliferate. We care about instants or sorceries as well. Right, we have Jawbone Duelist though. That's just a very good card. Very good 2-drop. It does toxic, so it also cares about proliferate. You could make an argument for it in that respect. That can sort of go with this. Got a combat trick here. Can give indestructible to equipped creatures. Furnace Punisher. 3/3 menace for 3 is just pretty good. Cleric. Yeah, the Orthodoxy Enforcer. So that cares about artifacts. This cares about corrupted. Okay. Malcator's Watcher is good. That would keep us in blue. Seems it's pickable, I think. Molten Rebuke is a sorcery. Sort of classic 5 mana removal spell. But that might go late. You never know. Might wheel around. And Tyrannak's Atrocity is pretty good if you want to go blue-green. Same argument as Jawbone Duelist, I guess. But I think we keep it low to the ground. We'll grab a Jawbone Duelist. Okay. Feed the Infection. Draws 3 for 3 life and 4 mana. Bladehold War-Whip, however, that's got white in it. If we want to go white, red. Well, if we want to go 3 colours, because we definitely want the Spelldancer. Give something double strike. This gives, yeah, 2/2 double strike for 3 seems good. Can sort of have a double strike theme. It kind of goes with Jawbone Duelist, so then we sort of we can could actually play pump spells. That might be good. Basilica Shepherd is good. Decent 5-drop. That draws a card and proliferates. It's pretty good. I might take that. I'd rather take that later in the draft. So maybe between War-Whip, Shepherd, Augury. I mean, Augury goes well with the Spelldancer. War-Whip might be a bit of a distraction. I don't know. Let's take a War-Whip. I think we can be flexible the first 5 picks if we're not sure. I think, yeah, we might not play these 3 colours. That would be adding a 4th colour if we want to go Charforger. 2/3 makes a 1/1 Phyrexian Goblin. And it gives you, yeah, kind of a card advantage effect. Interesting, but I don't think we go into a 4th colour just for this. I like Mandible Justiciar. I've just had a very good game with this guy. with Veil of Assimilation and some artifacts. And we have an artifact now. It's difficult to splash 2-drops because they're good when you play them on curve, but if you have to wait, they're not so good. Bladehold Aspirant, that would be for an equipment deck, which we could still do. I think I like the Justiciar the most of these cards. I'm going to go for that. It's another decent 2-drop. Oh, well, we actually have a Voidwing hybrid available. Now that could be a reason to go into black, 4th colour. But the Thrumming Bird is really good as well. And the Infested Fleshcutter is really good. This is an artifact. It makes artifacts. And then we've got a removal spell there. These are both pretty great. This goes well with Double Strike as well, though that pumps power. I think I'm going to go for the Fleshcutter. Maybe Thrumming Bird should be the choice here. I think going into black as well makes that a bit dodgy. I've had some good games with the Fleshcutter. Right, Blister Zoa. I have tried playing this. It's expensive. It's pretty good, but expensive. That is an equipment card, and it's an artifact. That seems to go very well with the Justiciar. Make it a bit tougher. I think maybe this is. I don't think I've played this before in a deck, but this might be the deck. Incisor Glide is really good. That's what we're kind of up against. Terramorphic Expanse is good. Okay, I'm gonna be bold. I think let's give Prosthetic Injector a chance. This might be good. I kind of know Incisor Glide is good. Yeah, I'll go for the Injector. We might see another Incisor Glider. Of course, we see another Injector straight away, and then we have to think: can we really play 2 of them? 2 non-creature, non-removal spell things. I think we have to skip the second one. I don't think that's doable. Chrome Prowler, 3-drop blue card, which is an artifact. So we've got a blue-white artifacts thing going. I think this is where you definitely pick a Chrome Prowler. Synthesize is good as well if we are playing spells. I mean, non-creature spells include artifacts, so that's pretty good as well. But I like the fact this can like take out a blocker or stop something hitting you. I think we need to hit some creatures. Okay. Second Fleshcutter. Can we get away with that? Or do we go for a 2-drop blue artifact creature? So that's also really good for the deck. I think I'm going to be a bit greedy. I didn't go for 2 Prosthetic Injectors, but I might go for 2 Fleshcutters because I think these are so good. It might be justified. I don't think I'd ever play Minor Misstep in a draft. Basilica Skullbomb does pump power and toughness and draws you a card, and it's an artifact. So that's actually, I think that's quite good. The other option is Myr Custodian. I'll take a Basilica Skullbomb. I was nearly ignoring the blue cards, and then I remembered I am playing blue. Okay, so I've got the simple counter spell. We may get corrupted. Meldweb Strider is an artifact. But it's a 5-drop. You can always get a 5-drop, I feel like, later on. Phyrexian Atlas is an artifact. That can ramp things out. I think maybe we actually take Bring the Ending here. Oops. Not a big fan of counter spells, but maybe this is the right deck for it. Aspirant's Ascent. You gain Flying and Toxic 1. It's when you've got Mercury, sort of a spells kind of thing, it might be a bit more playable. I'll go for the Insight here. Big card draw thing. Glistening Seer or Phyrexian Atlas. Let's go for the Seer. That's a pretty safe choice. Another Vivid Surgeon's Insight. I think we go for a Terramorphic Expanse. We might be going 3 colours still, so that could help. And, yeah, cheap card draw spell. Can probably do that. I'm going to just grab this for my collection. I don't think I have any of these yet. Blackcleave Cliffs. I think, yeah, our chance to splash black has passed, maybe. That said, I just spotted we have Vivisection Evangelist here. That's a good reason to splash black. I'd say power level probably around about the same as a Bladehold War-Whip. This is easier to splash because it's 5 mana anyway. So it's less of a big deal if you don't play this on curve, I would say. Anyway, that's distracting me. What's a Transplant Theorist? It's an artifact creature, that's good. Oh, you get to draw and discard whenever you play an artifact. And you can put cards from the graveyard on the bottom of your library. And if you've got shuffle effects like Terramorphic Expanse, you might get to draw them again. Yeah, I think that's quite good. I'm gonna say. I'm always more excited to play thematic cards than just out and out good cards. And, splashing for it, good stuff. This is also good. These might swing around. There's actually a few artifact things here that probably can't play this, but Prophetic Prism. Yeah, let's try a Transplant Theorist. I've never played this guy before. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Hexgold Hoverwings, but that's even better. Cephalopod Sentry, power equal to the number of artifacts you control. We are well into the artifacts deck now. I think that is a very good one indeed. That's probably the best card for the artifacts deck. It's uncommon anyway. This guy's not an artifact, but he likes equipping stuff. He's got Ward 2. We've got Escaped Experiment. We've done quite well for 2-drops, but we don't have many 2-drop creatures. There's definitely an argument for Escaped Experiment. I think he's better than for the deck than the Lightbringer, because we're less about equipment, we're more about artifacts, I think. And yeah, definitely less about spells. So I think it's the Experiment here. What is that? That brings something back to the hand. So yeah, Escaped Experiment is pretty cool. And then, it's giving me a tough choice here. Really good removal spell, or a really good artifact creature for the deck. I think we have no removal really, so I think we've got to take the first removal spell we see in white. Sinew Dance is good as well. Veil of Assimilation, there it is. That is the card we want. Yeah. Right, Monument to Perfection. If I just press Alt, we see that I have a tick. So I've got all 4 copies of these. I don't need to draft this. We'll look at it again. It's 2 mana to play it, and then 3 mana you can put dig for a land, sphere or locus, and put it in your hand. And you can keep doing that every turn. It's a good way of just digging land out of your deck. You can only do the second ability if you've got 9 or more lands with different names among basic sphere and locus lands, which is, I'm going to say, completely impossible in draft. But we've got Terramorphic Expanse, Blackcleave Cliffs. We could have 4 different basics, and that would take us to 6 different lands. It's yeah, I'm trying to talk myself into taking this. We've got we're actually short on 3 drops, so that would be a solid sort of follow-up 2/3 creature, and it's an equipment card, an artifact. That's the sensible card to take. This is an ambitious card. It will give us 20 gems as well if we take this card, which is kind of tempting. I'm talking myself into it. It's an artifact. We like artifacts. In a long grindy game, this just digs all the land out of your deck. We're halfway through pack 2. We've got 20 cards. How many creatures have we got? We've only got 8 creatures, but we've got how much? How many creature makers? I don't think we count Infested Fleshcutter. Guess we've got Bladehold War-Whip makes a creature. Definitely we're a bit low on creatures. But at least we've got lots of cheap creatures. Okay, I've talked myself into it. I am going to take this, and I might play it. I could just foresee those long grindy games where it's a stalemate, and this could be the difference. Okay, we've got a few choices here. Indoctrination Attendant. This can bounce something and let you replay it, so you can get so it could bounce Veil of Assimilation. Although I've noticed that you don't get the trigger on the mic coming into play if you do that. But you can bounce an artifact and replay it to get artifact triggers. That could be very good. We've got the Sinew Dancer again. This is a nice cheap removal thing. We can have a 5-drop artifact. Do have I don't know if you should play a 5-drop. Or another Escaped Experiment, another cheap creature. We could just go low to the ground and try and overwhelm people. Because we're less about getting to Corrupted, definitely. So this maybe is a bit clunky. That would add a bit more toxic to the deck. I think the Escaped Experiment's just too synergistic to ignore. Because now we have 12 artifacts. It's another cheap creature. You end up with a very cheap deck. Charge of the Mites. Well, we're going to play a lot of creatures. Are we? Well, we might do. There's a 5-drop creature with flying, which is definitely good. but I think I want the removal spell, because this can make 2 artifacts as well. Okay, Prophetic Prism's good, or a Terramorphic Expanse. We don't exactly need more 2-drops. This does Terramorphic Expanse mana fixes. I think I'd rather have that type of mana fixing. And we get an Augury. I think that's a good late pick up. Aspirant's Ascent or another Glistening Seer. Do we want this spell particularly? Instants and sorceries. How are we doing? We got 5. It's not a lot. I think I'll take another Glistening Seer. I'm more likely to play that, I would say. And another 3 Terramorphic Expanse and a Duress. Okay, so we're on to pack 3 now. We've got plenty of cards for a deck. I am gonna just red draft this bad boy. Right. Oh, another removal spell. We've got another Planar Disruption there. We've got a nice selection of artifacts. Something will spin around and come back to us. So I'm going to take that. Soulless Jailer. So that's obviously yeah, we have completed these. Could mess somebody up with a graveyard strategy. Gives us another 20 gems if we want it. Oh, Veil of Assimilation. Well, we can't ignore that. Yeah, we'll take the second one of these because these are fantastic. Slowbad the Iron Goblin. All right, I will take my 4th copy of Slowbad. Sometimes it's easier to just not look at what you're missing out on in the pack. That is another Planar Disruption. So we have 3 removal spells. Yeah, I think that seems good. And we have the Font of Progress. So that relies on oil counters. It's an interesting alternative win condition. Otherwise, we could have Bring the Ending, Experimental Augury. Maybe my deck is fast enough I could actually get away with counterspells in a way. If you see what I mean. I can play a cheap creature and hold up, bring the ending mana, maybe on turn 3 or 4. I think, yeah, maybe it could work. Experimental Augury, obviously that's good. We've already got one. Maybe it could work. Let's go for it. And we're up to 31 cards. We've got 4 land, so 27. So we need to cut 4 cards at this point. Kind of Bladehold War-Whip being the only red card is probably something you could cut. I'm thinking, as good as it is. Not sure about the Monument to Perfection. I was just thinking, don't want to try and hit 9 different types of land. I mean, that would be amazing to win a game with this. But what else have we got? Well, we've got a Sinew Dancer. We've got Eye of Malcator. Might be good in this deck. It is a very aggressive card. I mean, that you can't defend with it. In other words, I think we're an aggressive artifact deck that can play Eye of Malcator. I will go for it. Atmosphere Surgeon can give flying to things if you cast non-creature spells like artifacts, so that could work. We could go for another Bring the Ending, be a bit of a counterspell deck, or we could go for Myr Bardiche, which is an expensive creature. I think we can go low to the ground. I think we can take another Bring the Ending. Ichorplate Golem. So how many oil counters do we have knocking around? Maybe not that many, to be honest. Yeah, Couple of Glistening Seers. We have Mercurial Spelldancer. That's 3 things. We've only got 3 things with oil counters, so this might not be such a good idea. We might want Bring the Ending number 4. Kind of ridiculous. I think Dune Mover is really good, so this can just, if we need that 3rd land, this can find it for us. I don't want to rely too much on these counter spells. Another Dune Mover. So many 2-drops. It's all 2-drops. 19 2-drops we've drafted. What would we drop from the 2-drop slot? Probably Monument to Perfection, number 1. Probably Prologue to Pheresis. We're not looking too much like a toxic deck. We could just drop all the counter spells, right? I'll have to think about whether I want to bring those in. Veil of Assimilation we like. Planar Disruption we like. We like the Justiciar. Duelist, Fleshcutters, yeah. A lot of cheap sort of stuff. We're not 100% on the Prosthetic Injector. Don't know if we need a Basilica Skullbomb. Glistening Seer though isn't an artifact. Maybe we just want more artifacts in the deck. Probably don't need a Vivis Surgeon's Insight. Yeah. And that's actually, yeah, 23 cards. Then we've got to think about what we want to upgrade. I think I like Eye of Malcator. Of course, if we want to splash War-Whip, we'd go for another Dune Mover, because we've got 3 Expanses, 2 Dune Movers. It's maybe too many 2-drops, but we're kind of guaranteed a good start. So, oh, that's tempting, isn't it? 20 gems or a 4th Terramorphic Expanse. Maybe 3 are enough, and I can just grab this for the gems. 5-drop or a 3-drop. We don't have any big creatures really. Do we need a big creature? Maybe we can go down to 16 land if we don't have expensive things. Another Bring the Ending. Let's see, replay a spell. Is a 4-drop. We're going low to the ground, so 2 mana interaction might be good. Font of Progress is an artifact. We're not sure we're playing it. Okay, interesting. Low to the ground artifact aggro. Looks like what we've got here. If we're not splashing black, first of all. Drop that. Don't know how good this is. Usually you want 7 2-drops. We've got 16. 7 2-drops, 6/3, 4/4, 3 5s, and 1 6. I think this means we're dropping a land. I think we go to 16 land here. Yeah. Maybe we trim 1 Glistening Seer. because it's not an artifact. Maybe we trim both of them. Okay, anything that's not an artifact we'll trim. I like Jawbone Duelist. Let's just. Okay, we want the planar disruptions. That's definitely a thing. Spells. Well, we want the Mercurial Spelldancer. We could drop that spell, I suppose. Charge of the Mites is a good removal spell. Okay. Artifact, 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 artifact. So that's all artifacts. And then we've got to think. Use that as a sort of starting point. What do we want to bring in? I mean, Veil of Assimilation can pump up Jawbone Duelist. I like a double striker. That's easier than playing. Well, we'll probably play Bladehold War-Whip as well. That's just a good win condition. Is Font of Progress a good win condition? When you can put oil counters on it, when you can proliferate, this gets scary. I don't think we can play that. So we've got room for 2 cards. It could be 2 counter spells. We could go for an Augury. But maybe we want to spend our mana on interaction rather than sort of durdling. And we don't care about poison that much. There's a Prosthetic Injector we're kind of thinking about. But it doesn't pump power, does it? But we could go Injector. We could see how many creatures we've got. 11 creatures. That doesn't seem like a lot. In theory, we're an aggro deck. That could make some creatures. That turns into a creature. So that's like 2, 3, 4, 5. That sort of makes creatures, but okay, ignore that. So it's 3 extra creatures we've got. So it's kind of like a 14 creature deck, but they are all pretty cheap. So this could be a creature. We're not doing any graveyard stuff, I think. But it's an opportunity to play a lot of counter spells if we want to. Could play 1. We need a spell to actually copy with Mercurial Spelldancer, right? Because there's no way we're dropping this from the deck. Charge of the Mites is a spell. Instant or sorcery. Kind of funny because that's an enchantment. Only works you can on your turn. So I think it's sort of an argument for Experimental Augury. Experimental Augury, Prologue to Phoresis, and Vivisearch's Insight. Right, so okay, just drop all the counter spells and do that. So in a way, we don't need counter spells. We've got 3 planar disruptions. That's our interaction. Yeah, we've gone down to 16 land, haven't we? So we can't really play 5-drops in the deck. I think that's too risky, so I don't think we can play that. We've dropped Glistening Seer basically because it's not an artifact. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna just have... we'll call that end of part 1. Have a little think. Have another little think about it. Try and think of a deck name as well. Okay, thanks for watching so far. Okay, that was pretty quick actually. Yeah, I haven't made any changes. I think I'll go with this. We leave out the counter spells to start with, and we'll just see if the Planar Disruption is enough interaction. We'll stay low to the ground. We'll keep the Jawbone Duelist is just too good, even though it's not an artifact. We have to play that. I'm just thinking you can, if you put the Injector on the Duelist, it gets toxic too, so it's actually adding 4 poison counters if it gets through, which seems quite good. Yeah. This could also go on a Mercurial Spelldancer. That would be quite good. Unblockable toxic. Yeah. Yeah, I think I feel okay with that. Just get straight into it. Could be a 0-3, of course. We'll see. But I should have a fast start. I should get a 2-drop, basically, most games. But maybe not a 3-drop. Okay, so yeah, we'll keep this. It's a 2-lander. We'll have to look for a plains. The Dune Mover can give me a mountain. Does he have the haster? He does. Okay. We're going to look for a plains. Okay. I like the idea of having a 3rd land, so I'm going to play a Dune Mover. We'll get the mountain. What do we need double blue for? I don't think anything needs double blue or double white. You got a 2-drop as well. Oh, he's got another 1-drop. Okay, fair enough. This doesn't have haste though. And another 1-drop. Wow. It's a fast start, fair to say, I think. We can equip that. We could play a Spelldancer. Yeah, we play a Spelldancer, I think. And if we play that... I think we attack with a Dune Mover here, to be honest. I don't mind trading it for a 1-mana creature. That's okay by me, I think. It's just actually, next turn we make it a 2-3, and then we just stop his attacks. So, now I'll make him use a removal spell on it. That just will make his 1/1s irrelevant. So yeah, no, I can't block those. He has another 1-drop. That is amazing. Okay, so here's the plan. We'll try and equip this on a Dune Mover. He might blow it up in response, of course. And then that is a bulwark against further attacks. Down to 15. Fleshcutter. Yeah, it does give that. Yeah, no. We'll just hit with the Spelldancer. That's fine. So we'll see if he can just Fleshcutter or Escaped Experiment. See, everything's 2-1. Okay, let's go slightly greedy. We'll go Fleshcutter. That can copy instant or sorcery. If we can draw Charge of the Mites, then we're doing quite well. So we want to kill the Fuseling first. That's the idea. Fastest deck I've ever seen. It's got Titanic Growth. Okay, nice. And it has, yeah, I blocked the Trampler, of course. Well, that's good news in a way. We've drawn another land, so we can do two things this turn. We could start smacking him with Planar Disruption. If we equip here, we can equip both of these, make a 2/3 creature. Kind of interesting. He's gone all in cheap creatures and I guess these things. So, okay, I think I'll stay aggressive. I'm going to attack with the Spelldancer. I don't want to risk the Spelldancer by blocking it. Let's decline that. We will play Escaped Experiment, and I'll equip that with Prosthetic Injector now. And see if we can block with that. We're not going to block the Trampler. This is the lesson we have learned. Okay, he's down to 1. No, he's got 2 mana. Okay. Still got enough for a Titanic Growth. He is not attacking. He is not attacking. That's huge. Right. I think I'm going to go aggressive now. So Fleshcutter on the Spelldancer seems good. Or I could play it super safe. Get another 2/3 blocker. Yeah. Okay. We're on 10 life. We know his deck is very weird. I'm just going to swing with Spelldancer. See if he has a response. No. We'll decline that. And then we'll play a 3-drop. Skullbomb is good. Do we need another land? I'm going to say no. I think... yeah, we might use the Skullbomb. And end the turn. He's getting all counters. Okay. So I'm seriously considering Planar Disruption on the Exuberant Fuseling. Okay. Big creature. Draws a card. Gains 3 life. Maybe we wanted a 5th land, so we could equip this and Planar Disruption. That's looking like a mistake that I've made there. Okay, we can't deal with a 3/4, I guess. We will Planar Disruption that. Keep hitting with this dude. Decline. Play the Skullbomb. Let's put another counter on there. I think, yeah, because it's not instant speed. We're just going to sacrifice that. I think we just admit we've made a mistake. We should have just had the 5th land. Let's put a counter on the Spelldancer, I suppose. Another Escaped Experiment, so we can drop a creature and a Planar Disruption next turn if we want. There's the Bladehold War-Whip. That's pretty exciting. Okay, maybe it's safe to apply Fleshcutter. That turns it into a 4-turn clock. Rebel salvo on that. Fair enough, yeah. That is out there. Oh, that's a good one. Right. So we definitely want to play Justiciar. We want to build our life total back up. And yeah, we're missing that fifth land we definitely should have gone for. I could equip that too, in case he's got a 1 damage sweeper. I think, yeah, because I'm playing into a 1 damage sweeper if I do that. Okay, I'm gonna do it. He might have the thing that'll take out 3 things, but I'll take the risk. I'll take the risk. And if we look at these, oh, that's a point of damage, yeah. Okay, attacking with that. Not attacking. Definitely, he is attacking. Okay. Not attacking. 5th land. Okay. This is important because... Okay, we still don't have 2 white. It's not important because... Yeah, we can't Planar Disruption and do that. That's the problem. Right. Never mind. So, we can equip this. Attack with this. It will get traded off, I think. On the other hand, we could attack with a might. And that might get traded off, but we're okay with that. Okay. And that's going to get bigger, of course. Yeah. Okay. And the turn. Now, question. Can I just attack with everything? Because these things are reducing power quite significantly. Dune Mover. That's Dune Mover to put a plains on top. Because I'm fed up of having 1 white mana. We can equip this. He'll become... he'll have 3 toughness when he attacks. So he can trade off. Yeah. I'm going to... No, I'll do this again. On the might. Actually, Justiciar. If I attack with 2 escaped experiments... Take his power down. Take his power down. I've still got 2 blockers. Justiciar should be gaining me some life. Probably a safe attack. Yeah, look at that, is not a lot. He's got Blazing Crescendo, so he does trade off there. Okay, that's fair. This is a 1 mana spell, another Sawblade Scamp. He's going to do me a point. Okay. Feel like I should have done that a long time ago, because these things are... I never used these things before. It does... Oh, it only lasts till the end of my turn. I was hoping it was going to last till the end of his turn. Until my next turn. Never mind. We might die to a huge, exuberant Fuseling here. No, it's pretty unlikely. Titanic Growth, that's still just 8 damage. Wow, he has all the 1-drops in the world. Good. Now we can do that. We can Planar Disruption something. I'm going to do it on the 3/3, even though obviously the Fuseling's pretty scary. I'm going to play the War-Whip. Is there any point playing the War-Whip pre-combat? Okay, we did it. We got there. So that was a very low to the ground red-green deck. But yeah, the Prosthetic Injector did its job there. So it got us a 2/3 creature quite early. He only had the 1 combat trick to punch through, but we stabilized after that. Magic Dragon Engine, alright. I think I've probably already added this, but let's just add it just in case. So we're off the mark. It's not going to be a 0/3, which is quite a relief. And we had the mana for our splash card there. We never actually got to play it, but it was available. And I don't think we need counter spells. I think 3 Planar Disruptions is good. Oh look, we've got all 3 colours. That's nice. 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop. Excuse me. Okay, it is another fast start. Okay, red-white. This Fuseling seems pretty popular. Planar Disruption, that's rude. Okay. Okay. So, I think I'm just going to flash the Prowler in and block his Fuseling. That's the big plan. And he's got a 2/3 creature now. Okay. I can't blow it up with Charge of the Mites. I can't play and equip the Fleshcutter. But I can play that. Fleshcutter, equip, Injector, and swing for 3. That seems like an alright turn. Play the Fleshcutter. Play the Skullbomb as well, why not? If you can blow up the Prowler now, He's winning. Right, another equipment. It's got toxic. If he... Oh, that's the problem. The instant burn spell does 4 damage to this guy now. So I could have potentially played into that. That is a sorcery speed way to give this extra toughness. I just have to say fingers crossed he doesn't have that burn spell. I think. I've only got 5 mana. If I equip the Fleshcutter and he burns this in response, I'm in trouble. I'm in so much trouble. I think we got to do it. We've got to be bold, I think. We could sack this, but it is 2 extra damage, which might be important. Because I've got sort of a 2-turn clock on him with that. He's swinging back for 4. Might have a pump spell for this if I try to charge. Oh, an extra point of toughness. But I'm making an extra creature, so I attack with everything, make an extra creature, and hit that for 4 damage. That seems like a good move. Damage. Yeah. Get through with 2. Play a Dune Mover, and we don't really need an extra land, so decline that. 2 cards left. What have we got? Oh, 2/4 blocker. He needs, I think, Planar Disruption on this, probably. But he's going to equip that. Okay. Give that flying. Draw a card. Play that. Swing with that. Yep. Chrome Prowler did it. Yep. We might have a deck here. So there's the way we'll lose is if we just brick on creatures. My opponent hits his removal, so just keeps all my creatures off the board, and then my equipment cards can't do anything. Okay, we've got Dune Mover and 2 land, so we've got 3 land guaranteed. That's good. We could play Skullbomb turn 1, or we could save it for later. I'm going to play it turn 1. We've got a deck full of artifacts. This can draw me into an artifact if I need it to. Oh, Terramorphic Expanse is good. I'll go ahead and put the mountain on top. We've realised it's good to hit about 5 land anyway in this deck, if we can. It's getting blown up, isn't it? No. It's getting blocked. Fair enough. We could actually take this opportunity to play a Justiciar and a Terramorphic Expanse. I'm going to actually attack with Dune Mover here. He may not want to block it. Okay. Play the Terramorphic Expanse, play the Justiciar. And end the turn. Oh, well, something's dead. Justiciar, I would have to say. No, Dune Mover, okay. Doesn't respect my Justiciar. Of course, he can chomp block with that, bring it back, kill the Justiciar. It's quite a good move. So I always seem to need a lot of white mana, so I'm going to go for a Plains here. Right, another Terramorphic Expanse. Okay, I think I want to give this flying and draw a card. And I could draw a 1-drop. I could draw so I won't Terramorphic Expanse first. And that's, you know, 4-point life swing. I think that's worth doing. Wow, another Terramorphic Expanse. Okay. Now he wants to find another removal spell for the Justiciar, right? Hive Master. I'll go ahead and grab an island. Now, we got Fleshcutter. That pumps him to 2 toughness. When he attacks, he's pumped to 3 toughness. So this still, unfortunately, gets to trade off. We've got also Myr Custodian and Experimental Augury, which seems quite good as well. I think we want to play the mountain now. But it is another big life swing if we do that. I think I can. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll do Myr Custodian. That'll be a blocker. Oh, escaped experiment. Let's go to the plains. And we'll keep up Experimental Augury. And we won't attack. No, Experimental Augury. No, we play the Fleshcutter here. Even though it pumps him up and we're not attacking. Because we're already wanting to top deck. We're wanting to play that. Because we played a Myr Custodian. So we can use this the next turn to get a good draw. We don't want him bringing this back, so I'm going to try and trade here. And he'll get a nice might token. Malcator's Watcher. It's only 1 power. Okay, I'm going to go with the Escaped Experiment here. I feel he's got an instant speed answer to Justiciar, but I think we've got to try. Play this one. Equip the Fleshcutter. And he's dead. Oh, bounce to the hand. Oh, okay. Not the worst. We'll go ahead and use this now and get a plains before I forget. That's a lot of land dug out of the deck, isn't it? We've used all 3 Terramorphic Expanses, so that's 9 land out. 8 land left. And 16 cards. Oh, that is evil. Excuse me. Right, yeah. That's evil. The Necrogen Communion on Malcator's Watcher. I had that in a previous deck. It didn't do very well for me, though. Escaped Experiment. No. I just have to take it on the chin. That was a very good bounce spell, by the way, that Serum Snare. That really has swung it massively in his favour. Veil of Assimilation. So, Fleshcutter goes on there. It's a race. He's getting in 6. So, oh, yeah, we need a blocker for. This is horrible. We need a blocker for the might, don't we? He's going to get to 7 and then 10 the next turn. But I think we're just in a race to the death. I think he's just got me here. Probably. But maybe he can't win next turn. Hopefully, we hope. Possibly got a chance to win next turn. But I think we are gonna die on poison. That's the trouble. So we need something to stay back and block, even if the board situation doesn't change. So he is keeping the edifice back to block, which is very smart. Well, yeah, this is a horrible one. It might be correct to trade here with the Justiciar, because we'll get to 7, then 9. Okay, I'm going to say no blocks. I'm going to try and be positive. Oh no. Well, that's devastating. Right, what we need is a blocker to stay back for the Might. I'm going to play Veil of Assimilation here. And this is going to attack with Vigilance, of course. So that's interesting. That gets to attack with Vigilance. We can have this attack with Vigilance as well. That's going to get to 4 toughness. Okay, let's think about this. Okay. Escaped Experiment could get to 5-2. He'd have to trade that with a Blister. Okay, let's go for the Escaped Experiment here. Charge of the Mites would be absolutely perfect. Okay, that's not an artifact. I think we'd get rid of that. Would be a good blocker for the yeah. So we attack. He's going to lose some power off something. 2 attackers. It's going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about off the Blister Zoa, so it can't kill the Justiciar? That could get... Oh, I could have done something else there. Okay, let's get another couple of life points. He let it through. But he was going to win on poison, I thought. We did it. That was an awkward game. That bounce spell nearly got me. Okay, good start. We're guaranteed at least a 50-50. Oh, this is a battle card. Very nice. I'm already getting some cards from the new set. Okay, let's keep going. So yeah, 2 weeks ago, last time I was drafting this, I got to Platinum, and then with a 7-0 deck, and then I went 0-3-0-3. My next 2 decks, I thought, I've reached my limit. I cannot get through Platinum with any wins at all. But then, so it's quite nice to actually get some wins in Plat today. So what have we got? We'll keep it. It's not the best hand in the world. It's I think we have to play Fleshcutter turn 2. It looks like. Oh, he's got a fast start as well. The poison. I will go ahead and get the mountain just in case we top deck our that piece of equipment. We've got our other Fleshcutter. Okay, let's see how it is. This is where the deck taunts me for not playing enough creatures. And he's got a follow-up. Of course he does. We've got Escaped Experiment. Charge of the Mites does 0 damage. I've just realised I almost cast that on him. I have no creatures out in play, so that would have been very embarrassing. We're going to get absolutely murdered this turn. We've got Escaped Experiment who could trade with a Skull Dweller. Yeah, is that my only option? Play this, don't block with it. Charge the mites on this the following turn. Horrible situation. Yeah, I think that is about the size of it, and hope he doesn't blow up the experiment. Oh god, yeah, they all have Ambulatory Edifice, don't they? This will be the bane of my life, I think. I'm completely destroyed here. Okay, good game. I can't do anything, so yeah, we'll play Charge of the Mites. Or we could try and draw a card here, so we get to 4 mana, so we can play this next turn. Yeah, that is the sensible move, isn't it? Do that. Draw a card, try to hit land number 4. Okay, we hit land number 4. It tapped my white mana, of course. I wasn't vigilant enough to catch it there, so I can't play my second Fleshcutter. Not that it matters too much. So this unbelievably fast start. Okay. And this pumps everything as well. Planar Disruption. Okay, yeah, our creature died, so yeah, we've got a removal spell. So that's going to get me 2 poison counters, I think. Stop that one. How much is that? It's a lot. Down to 1. Okay. Good game. I've got literally a Mercurial Spelldancer and another Infested Fleshcutter. This is the trouble with playing 2 of these. Sometimes you draw 2 of them and no creatures. Unbelievable. Right. Yeah, we'll trade with that turn 1 rat that he had. Grinder, yeah. Good grind. At least that was a nice, quick and painless game. But yeah, I was just talking about, you know, the way I'm going to lose is just bricking on creatures, drawing equipment and no creatures. And yeah, all of my creatures have 1 toughness as well, so Ambulatory Edifice is just the bane of my life. And I've had 2 games in a row with that card, but somehow I won the first one. Yeah, I was just thinking maybe a different line of play there. Go for the turn 3 Eye of Malcator. Try and scry for some more creatures. That might have been the way. Okay, it's Dune Mover turn 2, and we can get 3rd land. We've got Justiciar Assimilation. We'll see what we can do with this. See if there's another Ambulatory Edifice. We're probably in trouble. It's another turn 1 creature. Wow. As soon as you get to plat, everyone has a turn 1 creature on turn 1. Amazing. We'll get the mountain. I'm already under pressure, and I'm the one on the play. Is it the double striker? Oh, Veil of Assimilation. Ah, he's just doing the same thing as me. Okay. No blocks. Okay, I think no attack. I think we'll play the Justiciar. And we'll just kind of... We're going to play for all the marbles. So, Assimilation next turn and try and get a big life link from it. This is the other thing. One drop creatures kind of beat me as well, because all of my stuff has got 1 toughness. Okay, here we go. We can actually do 2 artifacts this turn. That's pretty exciting. So, Veil of Assimilation. We'll get this to a 4/3. He'll actually get to 5/4. So we either make him unblockable, basically, because he won't be able to trade off with these 2. Or we send in the Dune Mover as a 3/2 as well. But yeah, yeah, am I okay with that trade? I think so. I want him to lose his creatures because he's relying on Veil of Assimilation as well. Let it through, okay. 1 poison, 5-point life swing. To be honest, if we hit a land drop, we might want to go Fleshcutter, equip Fleshcutter. And of course, Escaped Experiment, it would cost me 2 mana to target the Lightbringer. Basilica Skullbomb can pump something else. And it's going to get Vigilance, so it's going to get a free attack. You might as well do that, so he can swing for 6 and get a poison. I'm okay with that. That is fine by me. Do I want to... I could trade Dune Mover for this. Is that a good move? Because I'm only giving one thing Vigilance this turn. Okay, let's say no blocks. Let's say no blocks there. Okay, did not hit the extra land. I'll go with the Cephalopod Sentry. Pretty impressive creature. And how about, yeah, Justiciar. 4/3 Vigilance. Obviously that's going to face plant, except yeah, you could trade off for these 2. I think I'll just attack with that. I'll keep my artifacts up just to keep this big and powerful. It did a good job. It got me a lot of life points, that guy. Bardiche, okay. Three, four. Not going to attack. Okay, yeah, it's Jawbone Duelist and Experimental Augury this turn, I think. No artifacts. Proliferate as well, okay. We'll try and look for a land drop. We want to do... well, we'll see what we can get. Okay, Planar Disruption seems good. We'll be greedy. Yeah, submit to get up on the poison. That's right. It's expensive to reapply Myr and Bardiche. Okay, I think I've just built up the board here with a Jawbone Duelist. I attack in the air. Like that. And I'm going to win in 2 turns. So really you do need double white in this deck, because a lot of the time I want to play and equip Fleshcutter. 2, 3. We'll take that damage. Yeah. Okay, that's a big vigilance thing. That was definitely a great target for Planar Disruption. So that's what we will do. This is an artifact. I think I don't mind trading this guy off for his token creature. Let's do that. Let's get the planes. And swing like that. Cool. How awkward can we make it for this guy? Threaten lethal, attack with everything, because this experiment can make this. Surely he can make it 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 4 attackers. That's going to be power 0. Get through with 7 damage. Yeah. Oh, he can instantly pump something. That's a good point. Didn't think about that. It's close. Yeah, we got there. Okay, we're past 50-50. So no ambulatory edifice that game, which was very good news. I suppose the other problems are going to be Hazardous Blast, or just wipe my board, and the green and red creature that can wipe the board as well. Okay, well, it's all islands, but we've got a Dune Mover. We can find our planes. We've got a removal spell. I've had worse hands. Got a cheeky Prosthetic Injector as well. Well. How about we... do we want a Mercurial Spelldancer? Yeah, I'm going to go Mercurial Spelldancer, because we've just top decked it and it's pretty good. We've got a land drop for next turn anyway. I'll have to Dune Mover now. Yeah, we need the plains. We can't get another island. Can't get the mountain, I mean. I think may as well put this on here. It does give it toxic as well. And it might... Well, it won't save it from a red burn spell, but it could save it from a fight spell. Right? That's what I'm thinking if he's playing green. He's got the Vorak. He has the Vorak. Okay. Okay, there is the plains. I can pump up the Dune Mover with Veil of Assimilation and see if he wants to trade off. Because that seems all right to me. Seems aggressive. And we can hold Planar Disruption for something scarier. Letting it through, we get to Corrupted. If we hit another plains, we can play and equip Fleshcutter. And you see, he did have a fight card. It wasn't enough power. The Planar Disruption wouldn't have stopped that. Well, we've drawn another Planar Disruption. The aggressive move is Fleshcutter attack, but then he can get traded off. And this is my last creature. I don't really want to trade him off. I will Disruption the 3/3 because that's going to be a menace. Oh, we could equip that actually. Now I think of it. I think we'll just, yeah, equip that. No point attacking yet. Five mana could have something big. Well, it could play Golem to pump everything. Ah, that's pretty nasty. Now I want to play our Disruption of Predation Steward, which is pretty bad. Long legs. So let me count his power on the board here. 4 power. So he can still kill my Dune Mover if I play a Fleshcutter and attack. He could block with everything, and I'd only kill one of his things. Doesn't seem good to me. Yeah, he's had a serious rollout of creatures here. He didn't have anything big though. I could Disruption the Steward, because that's the only thing he can attack with at the moment. So this is just an emergency measure to buy time. If he plays a big creature next turn, yeah, he wins. But this is going to be the first time the War-Whip's been a problem. We've not had mana fixing, because we had the crappy opening hand with 3 islands. We had to Dune Mover for a plains. But that is a quite impressive amount of toughness he's got arrayed across the board here. So that's another 3/3 because of the golem. Now what's getting through here? With lifelink or something. Okay. And that's getting lifelink, okay. And you can remove something and it becomes a 4/4. Nice. Yeah. Okay, War-Whip is a creature. I think we should play it. It'll pump the Dune Mover and let me get an attack in. So he could block with these. Oh no, he has to block with. He has to basically trade off Skitterfang. I think that's okay. I think I don't mind trading with Skitterfang. He is letting that through. Right. Do we want this to have 4 toughness? That's the next question. It only has... Okay, I think... It's putting all my eggs in one basket, but... Let's go for it. Let's give it 4 toughness and end the turn. Oh no, that is a huge boost he can give. I can only even do it 6 damage. It's gonna have lifelink, isn't it? Yeah. So it's feeling now like yeah, Planar Disruption the wrong thing, but that's inevitable. I was only just trying to buy myself some time. And the bad news is, yeah, we can't equip this, which is a real crying shame. May as well pump this up and attack with it. He's probably, I don't know, maybe we can get away with that. And proliferate. Okay, and the turn. I mean, I did have 2 removal spells, I suppose, but I've just been really overwhelmed with creatures. Yeah, just give it flying and win. Fair enough. That'll do it. So yeah, bricking on creatures and getting just completely overwhelmed. That's how we lose. We kind of need to get the right creatures and needs my opponent to not have removal. Okay, yeah, it's one of those hands. 2-lander with a Dune Mover. We keep it. We can still get turn 3. So we've got to play Expanse turn 1. I say we go for a mountain. Oh wait, we've got a turn 2 Spelldancer we could play. if we drew a land. This guy on turn 2, so he just top decked it, fair enough. I'm going to get the island now. Just in case we want to play the dance at turn 2. Yeah. Let's ensure we get that third land drop. We could play Bladehold War-Whip on curve, which would be pretty cool. Oh god, turn 3 Urbrass Forge. But we have a first striker, so unless if he'll need an answer to my first striker, I suppose. And that's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Oh, it's a nice combo. Jeez, jeez, Louise. I'm happy to trade off for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer a trade. I'm going to attack with Dune Mover, I think. So that's definitely a huge threat. Now we'll play the War-Whip. See if he's got Titanic Growth or something. He's got another one, of course he does. Predation Steward, that can pump things up, so that's a bit of a problem. Okay, let's see if he can. Do it. Okay. Alright, so we've got Veil of Assimilation, which is pretty cool. I think we play that with, yeah, we're going to start trying to race this guy with our double striker. I think, don't bother with Dune Mover, I think we'll just keep pumping this guy. That's 8 damage. Doesn't have trample. Yeah, just lose that guy. So that's one less source of stat pumping, I guess. And these get bigger. Oh my goodness. It says I can equip that. Is that true? Oh, it is true, isn't it? Equip abilities cost 1 less to activate. Isn't that nice? That's going on here. And turn. Hopefully red-green has some difficulty dealing with a 4 toughness creature. Beautiful. We actually hit a land drop when I really, really wanted a land drop. So we can go Planar Disruption, because he's got a nice big chunky blocker there. Jawbone Duelist is another first striker. I think that's the correct thing to play. So we've got 2 things that can deal with his deck. And we just take out the big creature that he obviously wants to block with. We have to tap. This is the only drawback here. We didn't have an artifact this turn. Obviously, you can get through with 9 damage with those. And like, it's a lot of damage. He might want to start trading off. I'm going to give him the chance to trade off. That's 6 damage coming in. He might be able to win this turn with okay, Prosthetic Injector. Put it on him and turn. Okay, I get to scry 1, so that could be worse. I got... Let's see what we've got. Cephalopod Sentry. Okay, nice big blocker. Probably okay. Incubation Sack. Okay. 4-1. Doesn't have a way of pumping it. We'll block it. Okay. Yeah, play the big artifact squid, I think, is the play here. Pump this double striker, put this injector on him, and that's a 2-3, of course. Oh, he could block with everything. That's dead. Okay. Oh my goodness, that's getting scary. Okay, let's injector goes. Okay, right, and oh, let me play that on you. So you do not have 1 toughness. This could be a problem, couldn't it? 1 toughness. 1 card left. 13 trample damage on the board. Can he get through my first strikers? Sorry, 13. Oh, nice one. He took out some first strike. Okay, still got some first strike. Getting a little bit scary. More than a little bit scary, I think. Charge of the Mites could kill one of those tramplers, is what I'm thinking. Can also do a double pump by making 2 artifacts. But we don't have anything unblockable yet. We've got to play this first. Yeah, these things are horrible. Right, my thinking is these aren't going to stop much damage, and I may as well be attacking with them. And this is going to be the defense. Because he's going to get Hill Giants soon, and then I won't be able to get through. And I've got a Charge of the Mites up, which could do some things. It's got a land. It's got a 3-3 now. So we could Charge of the Mites, one of those end of the turn, and it gives us more options on this turn. Okay, I think I might keep it back as a surprise. Okay, Myr Custodian. Unfortunately, that stops me playing Charge of the Mites. Which could be lethal for me. 17, 24 damage. Maybe we can get away with it. That's all I can say. Okay, Myr Custodian. and we'll play. Yeah, that can't get big enough. Right, we may as well add 1 extra point of damage on the Spelldancer. That's my feeling. We do not need extra land. He gets to scry as well. One top. It was something good then. Attacks for 3. And turn on a knife edge. Oh, what does that do? Adds oil. What does that mean? Makes these bigger. Right. Or it's more... Oh, makes that bigger. That's a permanent dying. It makes those bigger. He draws a card. If this is a 3 damage card on him, we're in trouble. Okay, 9-1. Block it. He's got 4 blockers. Let's get into a critical stage here. Dune Mover. Does Dune Mover do it for me? Dune Mover pumps that to 3, and this pumps it to 5, and I attack for 5. I believe it works. Let's decline that. Charge of the mites to make 2 mites. I think it works. 2 artifacts. Good game. That was a nice one. Yeah, that was a really amazing combo he had, and I just had the perfect counter for it, which was nice. Okay. Okay, Banishing Slash. Okay. So we're up to 5 and 2. This is where it gets tough. That was a very nice combo, Urbrass Forge and that goblin. 2 of those goblins. So we've survived the turn 3 Urbrass Forge. I knew there was a good reason for playing the 2 mana double strike guy. Okay, so another diamond player. Okay, looks like a risky hand. We've got a 2-drop creature. We've got 2-drop removal. So we've got lots of 2-drops. And we've got a Dune Mover, so we can get to land number 3. I think that's going to be more important than anything else. I'm going to do that, and we'll get the mountain. We'll go ahead and get the mountain. We know having 2 planes is pretty good, but we'll just try and rely on drawing one. Okay, it's got mana open. I think what I want to do is just... Yeah, I think I'll try equipping this. We'll see how we do. Okay, we equipped it. Do we get to do 2 poison? See, he's a man of taste as well. I think, yes, Mercurial Spelldancer. Let the cat out of the bag. And he's conceded. Okay. He did not hit his 3rd land, I think. Okay. Short but sweet. So, we're on 6 wins. Unbelievable. We were thinking of mulliganing that hand, but yeah. We top decked the Dune Mover, which was nice. Oh, it's the 3 island hand, but it's very, 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 very slow. But we've got card draw, card selection on turn 2. If that fails, we've got a creature that scries on turn 3. I think that's good enough. We should be able to find a plains, and then we can play our removal spell. We're not gonna. If the opponent has a fast start, we won't stand a chance. But okay, they've mulliganed, and it's a fast start. Crawling Chorus start. The number of games where they've had something on turn 1 is quite impressive, I've got to say. Slaughter Singer, of all things. Oh, ugh, ugh. Yeah, that is one of the most horrible 1-2 openings to come up against. So we can actually Dune Mover. I think we need a plains. We may come to regret this if we. I do hit my red card, but yeah, we've got to do something about the Slaughter Singer as soon as possible because it triggers. Okay, it doesn't have to attack itself. It is toxic too, though. I'm thinking I would maybe trade off here with Crawling Chorus. Doesn't feel great, but actually the Myr Custodian will just stop him from attacking. I think no blocks. I think we'll let it through. It gets to corrupted, but Viral Spawning makes a 3/3. That's pretty strong. Okay, I guess that's the target for Planar Disruption then, because we can't handle a 3/3 at the moment. This is brutal. Okay, Planar Disruption. If we're not good, yeah, no, we've got to keep it back. No attacks. Because we're holding off the Slaughter Singer at the moment, I guess. That's got first strike. Oh god. Yuck. This is absolutely horrendous. Okay, I think no blocks. We got to keep this here to hold off the Slaughter Singer. There is another thing. That's good. I think we desperately need this 2/3 creature, so we definitely have to play him right now. Charge of the Mites, kill something, and we can play a 2-drop. Planar Disruption, kill something. Good top decking, I think. Yeah, that'll do nicely. This is going to be a 3/3 first strike, by the way. Just remind myself, so I can't deal with that. Oh god. Annex Sentry as well. Yeah, this is the scary green-white rollout. That's obviously 2/4. I forgot that he had that Prosthetic Injector as well. Lovely. And then Charge of the Mites, is that just useless? Because, yeah, Charge of the Mites has become useless because it can only do 1 damage. Okay, we're looking at how much damage? 5, 7 damage. As it got so bad, I need to block with the Dune Mover. Well, obviously, we could have put the Planar Disruption on top. That would have made sense, wouldn't it? We're not quite dead. This is 2 toxic, so we're going to go to 7 toxic. We have to keep the Dune Mover in play because it's a creature. It's making my Charge of the Might slightly more relevant. Okay, so emergency situation here. We've got to... We can't use Charge of the Mites effectively. Well, I could kill a 1/1. Get the Planar Disruption and cast that on something. And then still lose. This chump blocks. He gets through with 2 poison anyway. Two Planar Disruptions. In the top 3. Would have been good. What's scary? That's got toxic 3, I suppose. Excuse me. And the good old Eye of Malcator just sitting uselessly in my hand. This is the problem with Eye of Malcator. So he's doing 7 damage, he's doing 2 poison, everything is, yeah. So yeah, Crawling Chorus into Slaughter Singer, into Annex Sentry, yeah, absolutely brutal. Not much you can do there. That is it, yeah, that's 6 and 3. Not bad. I was a bit more optimistic about this deck. I thought, yeah, this is actually quite a low to the ground deck, quite aggressive, and it's getting its power from synergy, so it doesn't necessarily need big creatures particularly. So we went down to 16 lands, and that was enough. With when you've got a couple of Dune Movers, I think it's enough that they're effectively extra lands. So we're hitting 3-4 lands pretty easily. Yeah, so the weakness was we had a lot of 1 toughness creatures, so very weak to Whisper of the Dross. Ambulatory Edifice was a menace, so that could just come into play and take out a creature. And then any kind of powerful aggro rollout, as in the last game, difficult to deal with. Planar Disruption is only stopping things from attacking, so it's not stopping Slaughter Singer's ability. We had only 11 out-and-out creatures. I think we've got 3 more things that make creatures. But yeah, there's problems. If you draw both your Fleshcutters early on, I think you're in trouble. It's kind of slightly greedy going for 2 of these and a Prosthetic Injector, maybe. It's quite a lot of equipment cards. So you kind of need things to play out perfectly. There's definitely a lot of ways. There's more than one way this deck can brick, because it can brick on creatures as well as land. But we've probably got the land sorted out. Ideally, I wouldn't be playing, I think, Eye of Malcator. I thought this is kind of a low to the ground aggressive deck, and this could work. But yeah, there's no way you can stand up to select the onslaught from Selesnya decks. Yeah. Anyway, that was kind of fun. That was interesting. It's sort of my second deck in a row where I had a couple of Veil of Assimilation. Previous one I had two Justiciar, so that against aggro that can sort of keep you in the game as long as you're not, as long as your life total matters and you're not just getting poisoned to death. So yeah, that was quite fun. I think we saw in, was it game 8 or game 7 actually, Bladehold War-Whip was worth it. It's very, very important having a first striker against Urabrass Forge. It's literally the counter to Urabrass Forge. That and the Jawbone Duelist. So those were very useful indeed. Very lucky my opponent didn't have removal cards. So yeah, good fun. And I will claim my prize. Nice, we get 2 packs as well. It's a healthy number of gems. I'm building up my gems for a bit of Sealed, a bit of March of the Machines Sealed. Probably in a couple of weeks I'll do a bit of that. Anyway, I think that is a video. Thanks for watching.